thank you for tuning into Culture Fix, or should I say hello, hey, as I am absolutely delighted to be joined by a superstar in the world of fashion, modeling, music, TV, and so many fields, Victoria Silvstedt. Victoria made a triumphant return to the world of pop music with her new single, which is an absolute banger. Love it. And you delivered, I would say, an iconic performance at Melodifestivalen
Oh,
this
thank
weekend.
you.
So,
Oh my
Victoria,
God,
thank
thank
you.
you so much for the introduction. Wow.
Well, I mean, it is such a thrill to see you back in the world of pop music because, we think back to like Girl on the Run, 1999, and
Yeah, it feels like it's like 2 decades ago. It was like 25 years ago. But the song Hello Hey has kind of been staying alive, at least in Sweden. It's been played like crazy still, like in clubs and parties. I'm just happy to have the music revive itself again. Like now they're playing it even more. So it's fun. You see with music, you have one hit and it comes back, and now with the new hit, it's crazy. I never expected that I would do another single. So
yeah.
great.
So, as you've mentioned, it's your first song in a little while. What kind of called you to the world of Mellow? Like, what was it that kind of said, right, you know what, let's go for it?
Well, it was after this concert I did this summer for, it's called We Love the 90s.
Cool.
And I was performing in Stockholm, my old hit Hello Hey and Rocksteady Love. And I got so much attention after that. And I got so many music writers, producers sending me songs, one after another, to join Melo for the qualification of Eurovision. And I had never thought about it. It was not even on my mind until so many people were like sending me songs. And I'm like, wow, what's going on? So it kind of opened up my eyes to like, okay, maybe I should look into it.
Yeah.
So I stumbled up this amazing song that's written by Thomas Gison and Jimmy Jansson, who are veterans in the Eurovision. So, and this song really clicked with me. They wrote this song thinking of me, and I flew to Stockholm to record it, and I just kind of clicked with the song, and I'm like, okay, I have the most amazing writers writing a song for me. I have universal music behind me. I mean, of course I have to go with it. You're
Yeah.
crazy not to. It was almost like it was meant to be. And I felt like it's now or never kind of. So it was I felt the song was really going to be a cool hit for the party scene. So I loved it. So that's why.
I mean, well, I'm so glad you chose to come back to the world of pop music. Um, when you heard "Love It" for the first time, was
Sorry.
there a moment where you thought this is a perfect song, or were there other songs that you thought that could submit that?
There were some songs I'm like, wow, they're all amazing and stuff, but it wasn't like, you need to feel the song, and the words have to be right, the beat, the mood. So I feel like this song really clicked with me, and that's why I went for it. And being on stage performing it with a dancer, it was such a like I just really got into it, and I had so much fun, and I was just happy to deliver such a performance, like people, to see people dance and make them happy and bring some glamour to Mellow, because we don't have much glamour anymore. The trends have changed, and I feel like, wow, we need to bring back some glamour. Like now it's a whole different trend that's going. So I feel like bringing back the good old glam days. Why not?
Yeah, love it.
Right?
Amazing. Well, you totally delivered because everything down to like the outfit, you were like a disco angel with the feather, like the kind of the
Yeah, I felt almost like
blonde.
Victoria's Secret, from another planet, like a Uber girl, like woman, like super. It was so, the whole thing with the dancer and me being up there. It was, yeah, you're right. I think it was the whole show. It was all about the show, and a lot of people loved it. So I'm very happy.
I need
Spread that.
to confess I have played it non-stop. Like
Really?
my
Oh, I love you even more now. Okay, great.
my
It gets you in a
fiance.
good mood. Like I put it on in the morning and I'm like, get up and start dancing and get going. It puts me in a good mood. So I'm happy you do the same.
Well, it's funny because
Cool.
my fiance is like, okay, this is like the 12th time you've played it. Like, stop. I'm just like, no, no, it's going on more.
Really? Wow, that's awesome. Oh
Um,
my God, that's so cool. It's funny. It's exciting to see now who's going to win the final on Saturday, because I feel like the favorites I have might not be what the voters like. You never know. It's going to be exciting to see. But I feel like the trend is for Melo is going definitely a bit more like crazy, like the Kai group, Bada Bus, like stuff like that. It's like a TikTok trend going, like it's more about that right now.
yeah, it's
So
going
I
for like the
feel like they
banger.
are have a great shot at it, I think.
Yeah.
What about you? I don't know if you've seen the others.
Yeah, so you and Andreas were obviously my standouts, but of the
Uh,
finalists, I think it's going to be Mons. I think he's,
No, I love I hope it's gonna be Mons because I love him and I love his music and his performance. I really do hope so. Him or Clara. I like Clara also, the little blonde girl. She's super sweet and so talented. But the trend is so powerful with this Kai group. It's crazy. It's like a madness in Sweden. They are so popular. Let's see. It's gonna be exciting to see. I can't wait.
Well, thinking back to your performance, I wondered because you seem so confident when you get out on stage and you are just going for it, and it was
On
so
stage,
cool.
yes, but before, I
Okay.
was like freaking out.
I did wonder that. How do you calm your nerves? Like, do you have a strategy?
Oh my God. We did the whole week, like repetition Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And Friday was like the full show again. We did it like it was live. It was a lot of repetition. But by Saturday night, we're all kind of beat. It's been so many hours and tiring. So it's almost like, okay, let's go out and just do it. It's almost like the nerves. When I think Friday was the day before, I was mostly nervous. I was like, oh my God, I have to nail it. Everyone's watching, and all my friends and family. God forbid I misstep or I fall or I miss something. You know, by the night comes, it's like, let's just go do it. So, and afterward, I felt so relieved. I'm like, okay, let's party. You
Yeah,
know.
amazing. Well, I also kind of wondered how much do you have in terms of like input with the dancers, with the choreography, with the outfit? Do you get a lot of creative control?
Yeah, a lot actually. I mean, we work with this amazing choreographer, Say, who has the best dancers. So I knew I was in good hands with him. And the outfit, I worked with a very talented designer, Lars Wallin, and I knew he will do something fabulous. So I was in very relaxed hands when it came to that. And also the production itself. I mean, it's really wow. I mean, these guys, they make the best production ever. So I had no worries about that. It was more about me. I'm more about myself. But anyway, I thank God I nailed it. And
Yeah,
nobody's saying that it wasn't right on. So
it was
thank God.
flawless.
That's all
Yeah.
I wanted. I just wanted that. And I'm like,
Yeah. Well,
so great.
the point I really like loved, I thought was really quite iconic was when you kick and then the
Ah,
fireworks go off. I thought that is like a really iconic mellow moment.
oh yeah, I really kicked it on the right key and the explosion and the light. Yeah, yeah. It was definitely the right. And remind you, I'm wearing like high spiky heel boots. So I lots of practicing in heels for sure.
Yeah. So
But
my
I'm
next kind
glad
of
you
thought
enjoyed
is,
it.
would you come back? Would you come back to Mellow again after the experience?
Uh I mean, I don't know. I mean, I loved being on stage. I most likely have a couple of performances coming up this summer, so I focus on that, and then we'll see. I think I felt like this year was like now or never. So it's not like I'm telling people I'm coming back, but like I so love this song, and I'm focusing just on making the best out of it now. So we'll see.
So you also mentioned that quite a lot of producers and writers had been in touch with music. Does that mean that there'll be some more music coming soon, or are you kind of thinking just
Yeah, I have one more single deal, so for sure one more. Ah,
Cool.
for sure one more. So
And is
that's
that
exciting.
will that be like a summer single?
Well, we haven't talked about it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just like, I feel like this song is going to be the summer beat in Sweden, like it's just out now. And actually, I saw it was 26 on the Spotify also. I was like, wow, that's cool. Like, that's not bad for not even going to the final. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I know people are liking it. So I just wanted to make sure that it keeps staying, keeping it alive for a bit, and then we'll see.
I know it's doing really well on Spotify, as you mentioned. TikTok, it's been on TikTok going quite viral. So is it strange now to see your music in 2025 kind of on Spotify, on
Yeah.
TikTok, when
I
initially
know it's so wow. Who would have known? I would never ever imagine that. And all my friends and fans are like, "Oh my God, you go girl!" Like because they feel like after a certain age, you just have to like go and hide and disappear. And I feel like I'm waking up people who are a little bit older just to see like it's never too late. You just gotta go and do it, like there's still you have plenty of time. Just go for it. It's all a state of mind. And I feel like if you bring that positive vibe and like you can do it, it's inspiring other people. So I feel like it's also I'm doing it for that, like to inspire people, like just go for it, never give up no matter what. So
Amazing message. Do you kind of now think that there's been kind of new fans that have got in touch with you, or new fans that have kind of discovered your music through Mellow that maybe didn't know your previous releases?
yeah, definitely the younger crowd, the whole new young TikTok generation, because I've never been on TikTok before. I'm more like Instagram and stuff. So definitely like, oh, really? You sang before? Then they're like, then they're looking into it. So I definitely have a lot of new fans, so that whole new mellow crowd, definitely, which is great. And they
Um,
can't believe it. Like if you tell if they don't know if they guess my age, they would never guess the right age, which is cool. I love that.
yeah, absolutely. I
It's
mean,
fun.
well, you actually you're still as striking and as beautiful as ever. So it's lovely.
It depends on the day, but the mood, the mindset is definitely very young.
Yeah, absolutely.
For
Um,
sure.
well, I hate to do this, but can we jump back to 1999 and can we jump back to Girl on the Run,
Yes,
your
let's
debut
jump back at
album?
it.
So, Hello Hey, Rocksteady Love, Astro Girl, Party Line, like so many amazing songs. And I actually was listening to it before the interview. What are
Yeah.
your memories of recording that album?
Wow. I was living in Los Angeles at the time and I recorded the music video of Hello Hey. We recorded in LA, actually in downtown LA and in Malibu. It was fabulous. It was so like, back in the days was all about MTV and the music videos. Remember, that was all it. There was no Spotify, there was no streaming. It was all about the video. And you get on the radio, they play it like crazy, and then it was a whole different era back then. And then I was recording the whole album actually in Stockholm, and it was in between. I was also juggling my acting career, my modeling career. I was living in LA, and I got this huge album out. So it was kind of a crazy time of my life, but it was unbelievable. I can't believe it's like 25 years ago. Oh my God. Time like,
Yeah.
but it was an amazing, amazing experience, to see how the music evolved from back in the day. It was only about the record and the music, and now it's only about streaming and
Yeah.
Spotify and like the streaming. It's so changed. Like the evolution is crazy.
Did you find that you had to try and convince people, like, look, I'm actually a really good singer with the album? Because I think people might not
Well,
know you for that.
I feel like I just wanted to convince people like you can do it. I love to sing, I love to perform, and what I wanted with this, like I said, I just wanted, like you said, I'd go out there and do a banger. I wanted to show them, yes, I can sing, I can dance, I can do it all. Why not? Like because you're blonde and you're a model, you're actor, doesn't mean you can't do other things. So I feel like I've sang before, but not 100% live. This is the first time I sang 100% live, live, live. And I can see that I was able to pull it off.
Yeah.
Very stressful, but I still did it. So
Yeah.
I couldn't fool anyone on that stage. You know what I mean? So at least people see, okay,
Mhm.
she pulled it off.
Yeah, live vocals, choreo, high heels, like you had
Ooh
it
la la,
killed
yeah,
you.
it's wow, the coordination, like
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. I would wake up in the middle of the night, but like, was it to the left or to the right, or was it like spin? Like the stress before. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tough, tough. Well, would you give yourself any advice thinking back to the start of your career in the world of kind of modeling and fashion and TV? Would you give yourself any advice now, knowing what you know about the industry and things?
Wow. I started very young. I left Sweden when I was 18. I moved to Paris and I left all alone. And I believed good in everyone. Coming from Sweden, we're so honest here. We're like, what you say, that's the truth.
Yeah.
I was so naive. Coming to Paris alone, didn't speak French at the time. I was so naive and I believed good in everyone. And obviously, you get burned quite quickly being that blue eyed and blonde and naive. So I really learned how to grow up fast. But I feel like when you're young, you get out there in the world, maybe you should not just go alone and don't be so naive, because I think the world doesn't operate like that
Yeah.
anymore. People, they always find ways to like put you down or negativity. So for me, it was very hard to get that first like cold shower and lies and this and dishonesty. But I grew up quickly. I learned it the hard way. But maybe I should have had a little someone with me in the beginning, to guide me. But I was so like, okay, I'm ready to leave my village. I'm going to Paris. I could have waited and taken some advice maybe from my mother or my agents. No, wait until we're organized. I had a contact with my model and model agency. I just left alone. Of course, I got burned a lot.
Yeah.
So I would have probably told myself, like be a bit patient, take advice, don't be so naive. But it's easy to say when you don't, when you know afterwards. But
Yeah, and you wonder like, would you be where you are had you kind of been more cautious?
haven't had to fight. Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
fight and struggle by myself and not give up. If I had everything on a silver plate growing up, I wouldn't have gone nowhere.
Yeah.
I did it the hard way. So I struggled, and then step by step, I made it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
true.
obviously you are a fashion icon. What are the fashion trends at the moment that you really love? Is there anything that you're really like, oh, I think that's quite cool just now?
Well, I think that fashion, like it's everything. I mean, I was just at the fashion show in Paris now, at the Dior show. I'm seeing the fashion for the fall now, So a lot of the boots, a lot of the jacket, power woman, kind of like cool rock and roll. I always loved the style of mixing like the very chic with the more urban, like streetwear. So I feel like the trend is kind of going like where women look more powerful, and strong. I like that style. Definitely
Okay.
badass.
What about
Yeah.
men? What are like a kind of like what is the kind of your style for like a man? What advice would you give like someone that, to kind of dress better as a man? Me, for example.
Ah, it's a man. Oh la la. I mean, I think a guy looks good. Every guy looks good in a cool pair of jeans or sneakers, or if you want to dress up, like, but don't wear too short pants. Don't make the socks show, for example. Don't wear like polka dots shirts with a stripe tie. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
stay a
yeah.
bit more subtle. Like look at the Italians how they dress.
Mhm.
Chic, Mamma mia.
And a tan helps
Yeah.
everyone, doesn't it?
Don't mix too much print with like logos, I feel like, no?
Yeah, I like that. I think that's good advice to stand by. I think the more simple, the better sometimes. Absolutely.
Yeah, right? True, true, true.
Um,
Yeah,
so you've lived and you've worked in some really amazing places. Is there a
yeah.
particular place that you just love that's kind of a really special place to you?
Well, I love my little summer house outside Stockholm in the archipelago by the water. It's so beautiful and clean, but it's very short-lived because the summers are very short in Sweden. So that's my little hideout place sometime in the summer. So beautiful. Then I'm in love with St. Bart's. It's the Caribbean island that I spend time in the winter. I found my little happy place there. So I'm just crazy. I go every year. I spend the Christmas, New Year's, and I just love the two different extremes, because in my village outside Stockholm is everything is so simple. There is zero glamour. It's just
Yeah.
nature. And then you have some bars in the wintertime. It's all jet set. It's fun. It's glamorous, but you're still on the beach. So you're
Balance.
partying in a bikini. So I like the combination of the two, actually.
Amazing. Well, I know you're very busy, so we'll wrap up with some fun questions, just quick fire.
Sure, sure,
First thing
sure.
that pops into your
Yes.
head.
Hit me.
So, favorite movie?
Oh my God. I don't watch so many movies anymore, but from growing up, Top Gun, I think I watched it like 30 times with,
Classic.
Top Gun with it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my favorite. But
Take that
that's
breath
old
away.
school.
Yeah.
I watch movies when I fly, but it's not like before I was like a hardcore moviegoer. Now I'm like streaming, whatever, watching like this. But that's a movie that I can watch again.
Nice. What is your favorite Swedish word?
Puss puss. Can
What's
you guess
that?
what it means?
Is it a cat?
No, it's not a pussy. actually, actually, puss means kiss, bisou, kiss,
Oh,
puss,
nice.
puss. It's
Nice.
almost like pussy.
I did
Cat.
wonder.
No, it's not a cat. It's
Okay.
not an English word. A puss. It's a cat.
Yeah.
No.
Um,
No.
we'll stay away from that. Um,
Puss,
what
puss.
what was the last song you listened to?
I love it. Whoop.
Yeah,
Actually, I was working out outside. I just came from doing my yoga, and it's on my playlist. It was like last on my playlist that I added. So I have to say I love it.
nice, me too. Um, who is your all-time favorite singer?
Oh, me, I grew up like Mariah Carey, Madonna, like
Yeah,
Whitney Houston, that's what I grew up to. But I definitely changed my music taste in them, but I still love, like those real icons. Like I've seen them all live before also. So it's like when you go and see them live, you're like, wow, Madonna, so cool, like a real icon. But now I feel like I'm listening a little bit to everything, like Sabrina Carpenter, like everything makes like Dua Lipa. I love her style, like so a little bit of everything actually, pop wise.
good. Would you choose a banger or a ballad?
I'm more of a banger girl.
What is
Definitely.
your biggest fear?
I have claustrophobia to be locked out in a tiny elevator because I was stuck a few times, but like in a tiny one like this, from that I got a little bit of claustrophobia. So I'm like, if there's a space with like thousands of people around me, I feel like back off.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit of my space, kind of. Yeah.
What is your favorite animal?
Horses. Oh, I used to have two horses growing up that I competed show jumping. So I'm a
Oh,
rider. I'm a horse girl.
horse girl.
Yes,
Amazing.
I'm a horse girl. Woo.
What is
Yeah.
your worst habit?
My worst habit. Well, I don't know if it's a habit. Yeah, I have my. I'm like a cream freak, at night before I go to bed. I'm like, I need this cream, I need that cream. I love to spend time in the bathroom putting all these creams on. It just relaxes me.
Yeah, it's quite therapeutic.
Is that a bad habit? Maybe it's a good
That's
habit,
a good habit, I think. Yeah, I
right?
think, yeah.
I guess it's a good one. A bad habit then. Oh yeah, in the morning, don't try to wake me up too early. It has to be on my terms.
Okay.
Like early morning, I want to do my thing. Put music on, dance around. Don't talk to me too early.
Where is your favorite place to travel?
Favorite place, I always travel to the same places. So I feel like change. I'm always in Miami in the winter. I'm in St. Barts. I have a place in New York. I'm always on this side, in America and Europe. So I feel like I never been to the Maldives.
Oh,
Can
nice.
you believe it?
Well,
That's on my bucket list
yeah, you need to make sure you go. Um,
with
who
someone's very, very romantic because I know it's quiet. True, true.
who would play you in a film?
Ooh, oh, I would love Nicole Kidman. She's so
Mm.
stunning. Can I demand her? She's so beautiful.
I'm sure she would love the chance to do that.
Sure, yeah. I'm sure
Well,
she will.
Victoria, thank you so much. Honestly, love it is so good.
Thanks a lot. I'm so happy that you enjoyed it, and let's spread the good vibes, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Where can people follow you on social media? Do you have a
Uh, you can follow me on Victoria Silvstedt official on my Instagram account. And also, I started TikTok. It's Victoria, what is it, dot Silvstedt?
oh,
There's a lot of like fan pages, but there, check it out.
nice. Amazing. Thank you so much, Victoria. I will leave you to go enjoy the rest of your day, but thanks again for taking the time to talk to me. Oh,
Thank you. I love your accent. It's so charming. I
oh,
love
thank
it.
you.
I mean, you
Scottish.
see, I love it. Love the Scottish. Love the Scottish. Okay, puss puss.
Puss puss.
Hej då.